Welcome to the MLA workshop. MLA stands for Modern Language Association. And my name is Lucinda Ligget, and we're looking at the 7th edition of the MLA workshop at this time. New editions came out last April. They made some significant changes, and that's going to benefit you in a lot of respects because it actually streamlined some of the citations that you need to do on the works cited page. The title page we don't have in MLA. We simply start out with our page. MLA is not going to waste paper with that title page. You will use the header feature in Microsoft Word 2007 to set your last name and insert the page number. If you type in the number 1, every page will be number 1. So you want to insert the number 1 in there. Use the insert tool. Leave the header, and then you want to take and set up the rest of your information. Turn on your double spacing immediately. Everything in MLA is double spaced. We don't use single space at any time frame. You also want to take and open up the paragraph tab and get rid of the extra 10-point spacing that Word has added after the line. There's an extra 10-point spacing in there that does not need to be there. When we do that, then we have a nice clean format for MLA. Use either Times New Roman or Arial as your font. And notice that after I type my heading of your name, your professor name, the course name, the date, I'm just hitting the Enter key and then centering my title, the Enter key, and then starting my essay. There's no extra spaces around that title. Okay? So you want to keep that in mind when you're typing your document. The works cited page is the last page of your document. It is part of your essay and should not, therefore, be saved in a separate file on your jump drives. Many students do that. Don't save it in a separate file. The works cited title is centered, and if you held up your first page and this page, the works cited title and your name will be on the exact same line. Okay? Again, it's double spaced with no extra spacing around there. And we're also going to use an item called hanging indent. Hanging indent is the best way to do this. So once you've typed your works cited entries, highlight those entries, go out to the paragraph tab, choose under special, hanging, tell it OK, they will all move over perfectly. They will all move over perfectly. And so we want to take and do that. One of the changes that we're making with MLA is adding a medium of publication after everything, and we'll be talking about that as we go through the workshop. Now, MLA offers flexibility. Any style manual will offer flexibility, and this flexibility for you means that you cannot use Microsoft Word reference tool. It won't work. 1, it's out of date right now, and 2, it's simply not going to work because of this flexibility. So depending on the essay, I may cite it by the movie title, I may cite it by the performer, I may cite it by the director. For instance, the movie Old Yeller. If my essay focuses on man's best friend, I'm going to put it Old Yeller in my works cited page. If the focus of using that movie is on one of the chief performers, Fess Parker, I'm going to start out with Parker. However, if my chief emphasis is going to be on the director, I'm going to start out with Stevenson, Robert, as the director. 3 different ways to cite one particular source, depending on what I'm going to use it for in my essay. Those citation styles and machines out there will not recognize that. So you do not want to use them. And it's also necessary sometimes to use a combination of source types. No style manual can give us an example for every single type of source we are likely to use in our papers. So sometimes I need to pick and choose, okay, I got something like this, and I got something like that, and make this combination together. Now, medium of publication is now required because at one time, everything was considered to be print. Well, most students today, we're going to get most of your stuff online and not print. So now we have to take and distinguish whether I got this in a traditional print format or online, or through radio or television or whatever. So I need to distinguish that. I'm now going to use italics instead of underlining for things of that nature. And I'm going to include the volume and issue for all journal titles out there as well.